So Thelma, who allegedly has a child for a married man, is slut-shaming another woman. Like Thelma slut-shaming Isabella. Like, what is the difference between Thelma and Isabella? They both have kids outside wedlock. If Thelma is guilty for the same thing Isabella is guilty of, then why is she slut-shaming Isabella? Like, the only thing she has on Isabella is the fact that Isabella is a single mother, and she herself is also a single mother. So I noticed that, I don't know, I am actually not a fan of Isabella, but I've noticed something about that Thelma. Like the way she, the way she shook herself into any quarrel, like the way she insert herself into any quarrel that does not concern her is very, very annoying. I know in terms of game, she's very competitive. She has a competitive spirit. But I don't know, it's as if maybe the praisings that Ebuka gave her, that Sunday when they asked her a question about Isabella, the way she replied to the question, people were hailing her that she's a straight talker, and all those things. I think the thing got into her head that, like, she's in the house. I've noticed that she's actually looking for ways, to just quarrel, to get into any quarrel. And what even pained me that last night after pool party quarrel was that I think the misunderstanding itself, the quarrel itself does not even concern her in any way. It was actually between Isabella and Otega. Isabella and Otega were having their misunderstanding, though the camera did not really show how the problem, what the genesis of the problem. Like me, I did not get to see the genesis of the problem. I don't know if there is anybody here, who know how the problem started or who was able to watch it. Please drop comment in the comment section, because it was actually when Isabella was explaining what happened to a fellow housemate. That was when I got to know some of the gist, how the thing came up. The camera only just show when they were fighting with Otega, saying he's not here for the morning, that this, that, even if they evict him on Sunday, that he's made, that he does not need the show. And Isabella was telling him, if you don't need the show, go. Like, it's really surprising to me. You are not there for the money, then what are you doing in the show? And your fans are wasting money, spending money, voting for you when you're already made. If you're already made, then why are you putting your fans into that financial stress, having to vote for you? You see, that's the problem with this show. I don't know how they get people, though the people of this year, they are really entertaining, but it always pains me when two housemates will have misunderstanding and one will be bragging that I don't need the show, I am made outside the show, I am this. If you are made outside the show, if you are whoever you are outside the show, then what are you doing in the show? What are you doing in the show? For the fact that you are in the show, in fact, I would say every housemate that are in that show came for one reason or the other. Some are there just for fame, some are already made, but saying it outrightly in the show is somehow. For the fact that you are there in the same show, because you may have your own personal reason, but we know that the reason why everybody came to that show, we viewer know, is because of that 150 million naira. So you just have to sit your ass one corner, no come begin the rubber, one come begin boast like I am this, I am that. Do you have 150 million naira in your account before you came to that show? If it's really because of fame, some will just come and start deceiving themselves. I came here for fame, I came here for fame. If it is because of fame, see, you can cloud shades on the internet and people will know you. That fame you are looking for, you will get it within a week. Just go and pay bloggers to carry your matter, to carry your news. It is even less stressful than coming to the show, being locked into a flat. You have the money and you are locked in a 3-bedroom flat, dragging 150 million naira with other housemates, and you are not even cool-headed. You are still proud on top, saying I did not come because of the money. I actually like the reply Isabella gave. If you are not here for the money, then get the hell out and allow those that came for the money play the game. Yes. Then moving over to Thelma, I have actually noticed that Thelma, she's always looking for a way to insert herself and into any misunderstanding, and I've now noticed that she's into this Isabella matter. The way she carries Isabella matter for mind, the thing is now very, very provoking. The way she carried that Isabella matter, every time I see, most time when you see Thelma they talk, whenever you see Thelma talking, it's always about Isabella. Okay, they actually said I think one of the reasons for their misunderstanding is She went to Kaikumi and was telling Kaikumi that that Isabella is too low for her, that his class of person shouldn't be mingling with that kind of a person. There is no kind of thing he didn't say about Isabella, and that actually is not the first time she's having some negative things to say about Isabella. Like I've seen like 3 or 4 of her conversation where she has a lot of slut shame, a lot of irritating things to say about Isabella. I'm not a fan of Isabella, but come on. The only difference between you and Isabella is that maybe Isabella is doing her own open, but we all know that you are guilty of everything, Isabella. Everything you say Isabella is guilty of, you're also guilty of it, because if you are not guilty of the rubbish Isabella is doing, how did you give birth to a child outside wedlock? You are not married and you have a child. For a married man, not even a single person, you had that child for a married man, yet you have the mouth, to open your mouth and Isabella. Imagine telling Isabella that at her age, 29 years old, that she's opening, nyash for a 25 years old, that she acted bluffing for the whole world to see. Hello, the show is rated 18. You cannot slut shame an adult for having sex. It is her body. She did not complain. I'm very sure she knows the camera is showing her before she did what she did. So why is it that an adult did something and the thing they pain another adult? Meanwhile, you were there. You said she acted bluffing for the whole world to see, and you were there. You fed your eyes. You watched it. If the thing was irritating for you to you, why didn't you leave the room? If you did not like it, we the viewers that watch it, we love it. I enjoyed it. It is rated 18. I believe that there is no child watching the show. So what is her problem? Saying that Isabella acted bluffing for the whole world to see. Was it hard in act? Why do I feel like she's making it look as if she's jealous that Kaikumi is going to Isabella? This is their on and off relationship. When they break up today, before you know it, Kaikumi is back. It's as if the two of them cannot do without each other. Why am I feeling that Isabella is acting like one jealous lover? As if maybe she expected Kaikumi to come for her instead. According to the gist I'm hearing, the gossip I'm hearing, like she and Kaikumi, she even said it that she and Kaikumi knew each other outside the house, and I think they've actually, according to what I'm hearing, like they had plans of how they were going to play the game inside the house. While coming into the house now, Kaikumi got distracted with Isabella. He's no longer playing the game that him and Thelma planned, the way he and Thelma planned it from beginning. That Thelma is very, very annoying. The day that Thelma will leave the house, I'll be very, very happy. She's just looking for ways to get highlights. That was how she had quarrel with Victory the other day. The quarrel said, it not make sense to me. Because they praised her the other day, the other time that she's a straight talker, so she want to overact it now. Straight talker, any quarrel, anything you are looking for. I like the way Isabella called her a transgender. That transgender really pained her. Okay, even if you and Isabella are having misunderstanding, why have to involve her child? And she's a mother too. If it is her own child they involved like that in, him and his fellow girls misunderstanding, will she like it? That girl is just too low. I hate her demeanor. In fact, hate is a very strong word, but I don't like her character. The day she will leave that show, the way she will be evicted, I'll be very, very happy. She's overdoing. She's a kind of a bossy person. She's very controlling. I've seen how she acts, her demeanor in the game, and I don't just like it. I'm not a fan of Isabella, but if they bring her and bring Isabella, I will choose Isabella. The transgender Isabella called her really pepper her, really pain her, but she has forgotten all the bad things she said about Isabella. Your fellow girl, what happened to girl? What happened to women supporting women? You have no business with their relationship. Even if Kaikumi is an adult, if Kaikumi decides saying that for Isabella Matana in one day, what's your problem? It's not like Isabella. It's not like Kaikumi is even related to the Thelma. So why is she so focused? Why did she carry all her mind, all her energy, put inside the relationship as if there is something, as if she expects Kaikumi to leave Isabella to come and date her? Guys, what do you guys think about this thing? Am I the only one who doesn't like the way Thelma acts in that house? Please, who know how this problem started? Because Kayode did not really show us the genesis of the problem. The only one I got to even hear from when Isabella was, reporting to a fellow housemate. That was when I even got to know the few I know. Please, who know if you have listened to conversation and you know how the things got heated up, because from what I am hearing, from what I've seen, it was actually, the problem was actually between Otega and Isabella. Thelma just involved herself because she's looking for a way to enter Isabella's sister. I actually like the way Isabella just kept her quiet. Isabella did not even mind her. She focused on the Otega she was talking to. The way Isabella just pushed her. Only one word is Isabella dropped. That transcended, and the thing scattered her head. Kola was saying in the room with some of the housemates and was like, kids should never be involved. The thing never reach children. You and your fellow woman, they get problem. You end it. Whatever abuse, whatever word talk you want to say to your fellow man, say it. Having to involve their child, calling her a slut, even why she herself is a slut. You between she and Isabella, who is a bigger slut? Isabella didn't get pregnant for a married man. It is Thelma who is calling Isabella a slut that got pregnant for a married man. Do you know the heartbreak? Do you know the heartbreak that Thelma must have given the wife of that married man he got pregnant for? You know the curse where the woman go the curse. Yet you have the mouth, you have the boldness to call her, to slut shame another lady, your fellow lady, where they like say, what you do, you should do am. The child Thelma gave birth to, how did she give birth to it? Was she conceived of the Holy Spirit? Is it not the same thing she's dragging Isabella and Kaikumi of doing the blue film? She said they are acting for the fellow husband. Was it not the same blue film she acted with the man she got pregnant for? Was it not the same blue film she acted before she got pregnant? The only difference between she and Isabella is that Isabella is doing her own and the camera is showing it, so other housemates, they are seeing it. Why Thelma is doing her own hidden? She entered the room, lock herself, and she and a married man. Allegedly, that is happening. That is what people are saying. Allegedly, that she got pregnant for a married man. There is this word, they said, those that live in a glass house should not throw stone. You are guilty, I'm guilty, you are throwing stone. Then I talk back at you now, boom. People go live the one way you talk, come they, now my own, people won't come begin to talk about. That girl is so annoying. She annoys me. The way she carries herself in that house. In fact, I would just call her the low budget Dede. You know, Dede, she carries herself with, you know, she has that pride. She's just low budget Dede in my eyes. I don't like it. What happens to women supporting women? This one looking for any way to drag, any place you see that they are dragging is Isabella. You want to insert yourself and follow and drag in any discussion. If in any discussion other housemates talking about Isabella, you will see her, she will insert herself. She always have a lot to say when it has to do with Isabella and Kaikumi. What is her problem? If the thing hungry, you want to get a guy inside the house. There are a lot of guys in that house that are looking for a girlfriend. They never see somebody like Kebo, but he's bullies in the house. If they find who you are now, go they act the same bluff. Why not look for a guy inside the house? And you know, I know what is paining her is that with all this their back and forth where between Isabella and Kaikumi, they still have a way of coming back to each other. That thing is preparing her. It is preparing her. Guys, please, what do you think about this issue? I didn't even welcome you guys to my channel because of the anger of that party. Please, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time coming across my channel, my video, please don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notification bell, like, comment, and share. Please, what do you guys think about this quarrel? I beg, comments. Am I the only one that hates how Thelma acts in that house? Am I the only one that hates the way she behaves, the way she talk about Isabella matter, anything that concerns Isabella, the way she insert herself? Am I the only one that doesn't like it? Please, guys, what do you think about this thing? Please comment in the comment section. I'm a woman kind of person. I'm a girl person. I hate it when I see a fellow woman talking down the fellow woman. The one way can't even vex me past is that if you are guilty of the same thing, of the same crime you are accusing, you are insulting that person for. It's very annoying. Thank you for joining me. See you in my next video.